mixing gas and slapping ass. Alright guys, we're about to walk out into Hintersquid Garage. Yes, it's a mess. I gotta get some of this stuff moved and out of the way, and then I'm gonna pull the Suburban in, so let's do that. Alright, let's see how she fits. A little bit tighter than I'd like. Alright, I'm gonna get these jacks under here, and got some, forgot to introduce this workbench. I'll give you guys a little bit more thorough walkthrough later, but I'm gonna get these jack stands underneath the front, get them tires off. Okay, so right now I got all the front lugs loose. I'm gonna swing this jack under here and get this thing jacked up, put on stands. Yeah. Sure, that looks good to me, right? Okay, that's doing something. Let's get the old 3-ton jack under here. You know, what could go wrong with that? For your safety, not mine. Now we're gonna let this down nice and fast because this jack only has 1 speed. Okay, so this Suburban only weighs like 6,000 pounds, so that's just like maxing out that one right there, I'm pretty sure. So that's just high enough to be sketchy, right? Oh, great. Okay, yeah, let's get those off and do a quick rotate maybe. I'm gonna try my best to swap these fronts to the rear. Probably gonna be pretty sketchy, and yeah, let's give it a try here. So I got the front left off here, and we also got the front right off here. So now we're gonna go attack these ones and try and get these swapped right away, just to rotate them for, you know, rust's sake. I don't know, just for whatever, I guess, just because it could use it. I don't know. So this is super sketch, but anyways, I'm gonna get out of the way of trailer hitch when this thing falls down. Oh my gosh. So these are the rears. We're not even, just knocked a bunch of rust on my head. You can't see much, but there's, you know, not much left. Let's get this tire on. This is sketchy. I don't like this. So I'm gonna start on this side. I'm gonna turn the wheel all the way to the right here. Now, you gotta be careful because everything on here is just crusty as hell. And yeah, I don't feel like messing with any of that. So this is gonna be a little bit sketchy here. Not popping brake lines and stuff, but yeah, I don't know if you guys can tell, but they're supposed to be flat, and there's a nice lip in here. So these are definitely way too worn. Let's get to it. Well, GM decided they wanted to use a hex pattern in there. I don't have that, but they did at least tell me right there, if you can see, that it's a 10 mil. So I'm gonna go run to O'Reilly's and get one of those and keep going. If it's, you know, it's not a repair if you don't have to run to O'Reilly's 4 times during it, right? I'm back from O'Reilly's. Got one of these hex things. Should be, oh, perfect. It doesn't even fit in there. It says 10 right on it, but it doesn't take a 10. Well, good thing I got the set here. But a 9. 9 feels right. Let's see. This breaks loose here if I break a tool. Okay, that's gonna be an issue here. Oh, please don't strip, bro. Oh, no. Oh, we stripped it, dude. That is very poor engineering. Alright, so I'm back from O'Reilly's. I got, where'd they go? Some new caliper bolts, which means not good things for this one that decided to strip out. I'm gonna pull this top one out, make sure it matches these ones before I go cutting on this one. But yeah, let's get to that. No safety whatsoever. Oh, this is gonna be sketch, dude. Oh, that was sketchy, but we do got a pretty good thing in there. I'm gonna try and hit that with a flathead screwdriver, and we'll go from there. All right, back from our 3rd time at O'Reilly's, and we're gonna resort to this to get that out because she's fighting me pretty bad, and I'm over it. So we're using some other persuasion. Alright, we finally got this son of a gun after 5 hours and 6 trips to O'Reilly's. I got these 2 out. This is what I had to do is I just bought one of these torque sockets and I just hammered her home. I mean, you can see the indents there from me smacking it so hard. But yeah, that's permanently bonded there. Might as well be welded. But we got Mrs. Hindersquid on the other side of the truck. She's going to start working on the other ones. And I'm going to keep doing this side so we can make it to dinner with our friends, maybe. After hours and hours of messing around and grinding with that file, parts of the brake clip, we're finally attempting to put this back together. Been a long night, long day. 6 trips to O'Reilly's, not even exaggerating. And yeah, hopefully my brakes don't start this truck on fire. But it's 11:30 at night right now, and I want to go to bed. So this has sucked. Well, with that, ladies and gentlemen, it's about midnight here. Started this project at about 1 p.m. I had to do some serious filing on the brake pads and the brackets that hold them. It was a super pain in the butt, and it sucked, and it took forever, and I ran to O'Reilly's a bunch of times, more than I needed to. Tap and die sets, whatever they are, those screws, they suck. They're horrible. I ended up just pounding a freaking like torque socket into the head of the bolt that I had drilled out and just center home that way. But all in all, that said, I'm tired. I'm gonna go to bed. Let's back this up so I can shut the garage so nobody comes and steals all my tools, so I can keep making content for you guys. I didn't get to film a lot. Apologize for that. Frustration got the best of me, so yeah. With that, I'm gonna back this thing out. So we're cleaning up, and you know, this is from brake dust, blah blah blah, brakes. That's all. It's all rust. That's the big section there. A lot of rust there. A lot of rust back here too. I don't know if you guys can see it. The lighting's not as great over here, but yeah, that's gonna finish up that. I'm just gonna keep sweeping it up and get Tinder's Garage back in order for the next crappy, rusty repair. So we're back again, folks. This time it's the rears scraping. Yeah, you can't see much in there, but it's not good. So we're gonna get this jacked up and get working on that. This last brake job, I took a little bit less footage of that because it was a pain in the butt, and these, yeah, anyways, it was not fun, so I didn't get a lot of that on camera. Knock on wood. This is hopefully going to be a little bit better, but I'm going to grab the drill and get these hubcaps off, loosened up and then jacked up, and get onto the truck. Normally, I don't recommend Hyper Tough, and I hate it, but it was cheap and I didn't buy it, so. But you can hear it struggling just to pull these off the... Oh my gosh, this thing is junk. Let's come around here, hit the other side. She doesn't have enough ugga-duggas to get the, what's it called, these little plastic caps off, so that's kind of embarrassing. And I'm pretty sure I was trying to drill through something at one point, and the old Hyper Tough started hyper smoking, so... Oh, come on now. Get out of there. Alright, let's get these loosened up. Like I said, the old Hyper Tough doesn't have a ton of torque, but it makes doing this a heck of a lot quicker. Let's get them buzzed off here. Come on, NASCAR style. I know you want to. Come on. It's gonna come off. This one. This one. Oh my God. Okay. She's bogging down there. I don't know if you guys heard that, but okay, that's 6 for 6 on this side. And as you can see under here, we got jack stands under the rear axle. Didn't even check those. But, you know, some of you might be doing math. 3 ton and 3 ton, and this thing probably weighs about a ton. So, yeah, that's probably fine, right? Oh, she's bogging down again. Okay, I'm going to pop these off and get to brakes. So another thing you definitely don't want to do is put this on there before you try and take all these bolts out. You want to wait till the day of, like right now, and then put it on there when you're trying to fight these bolts and stuff out. But knock on wood, I have a pretty good feeling that just with a little bit of elbow grease, all these bolts are going to come out and it should be somewhat smooth, but that's what I thought was the last one. So let's keep trucking. I'm also going to attempt to use this jack handle as some extra leverage, so we'll see how that turns out for me. So the old jack handle as some extra leverage worked out really well for me, to be honest. Both of these caliper bolts broke loose, and they're not the stupid hex head internal ones like the ones on the front were, so we're going to keep wrenching on these here and pop this caliper off. And I don't know why this is spinning. I'm probably stupid. I can't remember if you gotta... Oh, that's right. You gotta put some sort of like wrench here so you can... I don't know. We'll figure it out. Alright, so those 2 bolts are out. Now for any of you who have done brakes before and know that the caliper stick, comes the delicate art of, you know, removing that very delicately. So we're gonna do that right now. Oh my gosh. Well, that was good. That's a good start. Oh, and you want to make sure to really jar the rubber brake hoses so that you have to replace those as well. Made sure to do that. Mrs. Hindersquid actually recommended that I get this thing, and it might be the best caliper removal tool I've ever used. So, oh boy, that's probably a good sign, right? I don't know if you guys can see how bad that is, but there's no pad material on this one. But there happens to be a lot of pad material on this one, so that's not a good sign. Let's get this bracket out, and oh my gosh. Here, let me bring you guys in here. Can you see how skinny that side is? So it's like right, yeah, there should be that much material on that side, and there's not. So good thing I bought rotors for this thing. Holy crap, I've never seen them that bad. Alright guys, so we got new pads and rotors in here. I'm about to toss the caliper back on. But yeah, I greased up these ones right here. Like inside there, I put a bunch of new grease in there, did that. And I don't know what the deal is, but these brake pads, I keep having to like file. I had to do it on the front. I have to file down parts of here to get these to slide like somewhat freely. So that's been a pain in the butt, but I'm gonna get this caliper back on. I got these squeezed back in with this handy dandy tool, and this side should be buttoned up. So there's the before. I mean, I kind of started sanding here already, but that's the before. I'll show you the after. So there's the after on cleaning those up. I mean, it's not perfect, but it doesn't have to be. Yeah, there's that. Now I'm gonna pull these out, and this is gonna be all nice and just black goo, I'm sure. Oh yeah, that's definitely good for sliding. So I'm gonna wipe these off, stuff a bunch of grease in here, and keep going. Alrighty folks, so this side came apart pretty easy aside from one smack of my hand over here, breaking it loose, knocked some extra weight reduction off, but that's okay. Here's the old pads. This side wasn't too bad. And there was the rotor. We got the parking brake on this side, which I'm never going to use and probably wouldn't work even if I did. So I'm just going to ignore that. And yeah, we're going to go over here to the bench. Don't mind the mess. And I'm going to basically sand all these down and reuse them, pull these out, and grease them again. And then probably eventually have to file these little, not all the way down obviously, but like in here, this will rub on here basically, and they just won't slide very nice, which is gonna lead to uneven brake pad wear, and then I'll be doing this again a lot sooner, which is exactly what happened on that rotor, because obviously, as you guys saw, one of the sides was almost, you know, worn thin, and the other side was still, you know, thick. So yeah. So got all the little grease off that one. We'll set that aside. Same for this thing here. See how greasy she is. And then just slowly work it here. Work it. Rocket barb. And voila. I'm gonna pull these grease caps off here and clean out those a little bit, maybe, I guess, I don't know. So yeah, that's all clean now. That's all clean now. We're gonna get some fresh grease in there and should be good to go. So I found out on the last one, it works really good if you get, well, not really good, but basically you just kind of use this bolt and the grease like, I don't know, chopsticks, something, I guess. And you just kind of finesse some grease in there and kind of, simmer down. And then, yeah, just get enough in there to make her happy, slide back and forth, and, oh gosh, keep a little bit in the boot when I put it back on. Oh, she's gonna spring out of there. Okay, so that's probably good. I'm gonna set this grease down and pull this out and slide this boot over. Maybe. Okay, I think that boot's on pretty good. Then we're gonna slowly just get this back in here and just push this, and it should be connected. Yep, so it's creating a nice rubber vacuum. There's plenty of grease in there. I'm gonna do the same thing on this side. So this is these are all greased up, these slide pins here. Now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna wipe these off with some like brake clean wet rags here, and then I'm gonna dry fit these before I put grease on there, and then I'm trying to sand this. It's just gonna be a mess, so that's what I'm gonna do now. So I'm getting ready to put this back on, and I put it on here. It starts kind of sliding around on the parking brake. Well, that's why. Okay, so we don't have a parking brake, so I'm gonna make a mental note to never push that, but otherwise this should go back together pretty smooth. I mean, we got our brake shield here. That's obviously in great condition. We really need that. You gotta make sure that's always on your vehicle. I wouldn't ever trust a vehicle drive anywhere without one. Otherwise, you're gonna have brake dust everywhere. Yeah, parking brake thing, that's obviously in mint condition. So basically what I'm saying is this is a $6,000 truck here, guys. That's just, you know, the way the market is. But let's get this thing put back together. Also, for anybody that's wondering, this is a 12mm socket for the rear caliper mounting bolts, and then a 22mm socket for both front and rear, like this bracket mounting. And that's for you guys, but also it's for me for future reference when I inevitably probably have to take this part again, because you know this thing's gonna last a 300K easy, and it's only got 261, so chances are I'll be doing brakes again on this thing, front and rear, assuming the rest of the body doesn't give out. I mean, I've been working on this thing and it's like that shit's falling on my head the whole time. But yeah, that's gonna be it for brakes for now. I'm gonna get these tires back put on and pull out. Let's see if we got brakes. Oh, straight to the floor. I'm just kidding. We gotta give it a second. We gotta pump it up. Pump it. Pump it. Okay, we got something. And now that should be drive, but you know, don't quote me on that because I don't know. Oh my gosh, dude. They don't scrape anymore. It's fixed. Oh, it's such a good feeling. Oh my gosh, dude. We got brakes. Oh, you already know the old girl just loves to just sip on some fuel and fucking chooch. Let's see if we can get her to a hundo here. Oh, she's governed at a hundo. She did not like that. Dude, back on the brakes, boys. So that's going to conclude this episode of Hinter Squid Garage. I've been editing on my PC. I've been using a new editing software, so if this video seems not as smooth, I was using iMovie. Now I'm using the stock PC editor. I got some more content coming for you guys. I got it all filmed. I just have to edit it. The hard thing is I have been using the PC and that editing software, and it's really tacky and hard to use and just not smooth. So I'm trying to find a better editing software, and yeah, stay tuned. There's another vehicle coming to the channel that you guys are gonna see. I got that content all filmed. That's gonna wrap this up. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you guys soon for the next one.